Welcome to my channel. I'm here to make you think. I'm here to enlighten you and show you things that I peep. But before I do that, can you please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel? And be sure to ring that post notification bell so that you can receive a notification the moment I drop a video. And I thank you in advance. Welcome back. Today, I'm going to be discussing a little bit about Hollywood. Hollywood is a place where you think of, glitz and glamour, movie shows, award shows, red carpets, television shows, actors, on covers of magazines, stars, Hollywood Walk of Fame, Hollywood Hills, Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive, this, whatever, all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to Hollywood. But Hollywood has its own secrets and it has their own language. And it has their own way of doing things. And they can sneak things right in front of your face. Messed up stuff, you know what I'm saying? Without you really knowing what it is. If you're not aware and use your third eye like I always tell you. Now, this is an example of how they trick you. Hollywood uses comedians to do certain things. So when you see them do these certain things, you won't take it serious. You'll take it as a joke. If you think, or you can, use your mind, your mind's eye. You can think deeper into what you're actually seeing, but they use comedians to put a message out there and do certain things where you can't catch on because you're thinking they're just trying to be funny because they're a comedian. Okay? This is what they do. They've been doing this for years. Keenen Ivory Wayans I'm going to talk about tonight. Today, this morning, whatever time it is, wherever you are. That's what time, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Keenen Ivory Wayans. He is 62 years old. He is the oldest brother to Marlon, Sean, and Damon, and a host of other brothers and sisters. I think they come from a family like 10 or 12 or something like that. I think it's mostly boys. But they all have kids and they have a large family and they're all talented, all funny, you know what I'm saying, from back in the day and still going on today. This man, the first movie I've seen Keenen Ivory Wayans in is Hollywood Shuffle. This movie was written and directed by Robert Towson. And this movie actually made fun of Hollywood. And it was a real good movie. It was funny. It made fun of Hollywood. It showed racism, the tight casting. You know what I'm saying? How they'll try to make certain races act a certain way. Like, especially for black people. They'll make them like they're a thug or a rapist, a gangster, stuff like that. It made fun. It was a very, very good movie. And Keenen was real good in it. He also played in Living Color. That was a funny little skit show. They used to come on Sunday nights in late 80s, you know what I'm saying, into the 90s. Keenen played on there. Actually, Living Color had a whole bunch of people that came out to be stars, you know what I'm saying. It had Jim Carrey, Kim Cole, you have Keenen, you have Tommy Davidson there, you have David Allen Greer, Damon Wayans, Jamie Foxx was also on there. There was a lot of fun talent on there. J. Lopez was also a fly girl, you know what I'm saying, on there before. So a lot of people came from Living Color. Living Color was funny as hell, I ain't gonna even lie. And Keenen was good on there. He had his brothers, Marlon and Sean, on there with him, and Damon. They was all on there, and a sister. She was funny as hell. The one right there in the front, to the right. She was funny. Also, he played I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. That was a movie from the late 80s, I believe, or early 90s. But it was funny, you know what I'm saying? Not too violent, you know what I mean? He played in a lot of stuff back then. He played in some more stuff, like probably in the early 2000s and stuff like that, but most of his work, you know what I'm saying, in front of the scene. He may be doing some things behind the scenes now, but most of his work came from, you know what I'm saying, back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say the 90s. It's another one of his movies, The Low Down Dirty Shame, with Pamela Grier and Jada Pinkett. This was pretty good. I haven't seen this movie since I was young, real little. Probably when I was like less than 10, probably like what, 10, 11 years old? But anyway, they have used him recently in these new times, you know what I'm saying, to give this commencement speech, okay, so to speak. He had went on Instagram, okay, and did this so-called spoof, okay, where it's supposed to be like a joke prank about him not knowing how to use Instagram and social media. So he did a commencement speech, okay, to the class of 2020. This is during the pandemic when it first started and stuff, and how the students were forced to be online and still push through, and how they still graduated, you know what I'm saying, on time and completed their work and stuff. But the thing about it, what he did was just inappropriate, okay? And I'm gonna tell you what he did. He sat up from the computer, you know what I'm saying, and he gave a speech. And the speech was a nice speech, you know what I'm saying? But after he got up, you know what I'm saying, what he showed was, he had no pants on and his whole ass was out. Okay? It wasn't like he had on boxers. It wasn't like he had on underwear or shorts. You could just be joking like, if my pants fall down and you see shorts. No, it wasn't like that. This man had on full ass out. Totally inappropriate, you know what I'm saying? Even if it was a joke, you're joking and you're still, students, and have still heard what you said. Do you see what I'm saying? They could be online and still heard what he said and then saw that. And there's 16 and 17-year-olds that graduate from high school. Everybody isn't just, 18 when they graduate. So he shouldn't have did that. That was just completely inappropriate. And I don't think that it should have been, done. Period, point blank. You might want to pause the video to read this and see what it says here. But he was basically saying, I know this sucks that you worked your ass off and you weren't able to walk, but you still pushed through and, you made it. And those are the type of people those are the type of leaders that we need today. Stuff like that. Giving them props, which is cool. Because at first I really thought he was giving them props. He was sitting there with a shirt on. The shirt was appropriate. But I didn't realize that once he got up, he didn't have anything. Now, to me, that was just completely inappropriate. Period.com. And then at the end, he said, all the best, keep striving and keep smiling. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that was a good speech. If you're going to keep it just a regular speech and you really mean it, but all this that you was doing behind it, bruh, that was just too extra for me. And inappropriate. Inappropriate, standing up, with nothing on, showing your whole ass. They talk about he literally let it all hang loose during hilariously racy commencement speech. Spoof. See how they try to call it spoof? Because it's Keenen Ivory Wayans. He showed his ass to 2-point-something million people, okay? And you got stars leaving comments on there, laughing, ha-ha faces and all of that. That shit ain't funny. Because when people see, their favorite actors and shit agreeing and laughing at that, they're going to think it's funny too, and they're not going to see how completely, totally inappropriate it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like they try to protect these people. It's like they got something, they got secret. They always on pictures with, with the hands over their lips and covering up their mouth because they don't want you to know stuff. Yeah. That's the stuff I'm talking about Hollywood. Hollywood, whatever you want to call it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what they do. Try to be secretive. And they use these, comedians so you can look at them and be like, oh, they just being silly, They wouldn't do that. No, but they do that, okay? So make sure y'all keep your third eyes open. Make sure y'all pay attention to what's out there. Stuff can be funny, but you got to see it for what it is, Because it's a thin line between, what's funny and what's inappropriate. But thanks again for watching. Make sure y'all come back. Check me out. Peace.